Welcome back to the channel, guys. AlexSpeedStar back with AS Warzone mobile news. So today we'll be checking out the video that was yesterday by the developers, in which Chris Pro himself, the co-head at the studio, gave him out and give a deep dive on the time release, told things you need to know about the entire release. So we're going to be checking out that video out today. So without being said, drop a like on this video and subscribe to AS Warzone mobile news. Yeah, let's get right to it.
Hello, and thanks for joining us for this update on Warzone Mobile Limited Release. So first, on behalf of the whole Warzone Mobile team, just want to express our deepest thanks to the whole community for your support, for being there with us from the beginning of development all the way through our private alpha and now to our limited release. Now, the reason we want to give this update today is to just talk a little bit about why we do the limited release the way we do it. Let me explain. I think the easiest way to think about it is it's all about agility. So when we're in development, before we release, we are just jamming stuff in the game super fast. Like, it's high speed, fine-tuning things, just doing a lot really fast. And so we want to try and find the right balance between that high-speed development and a much slower, more methodical paced live service. So limited release is really the answer to that. And our approach to it is to gradually scale up the size of our audience, gradually getting better at taking the feedback that's coming in live, balancing that with bug fixes and performance improvements. All these other things are happening at the same time. And then our roadmap of future features that we're also working on, we're trying to find a balance of all those things together so that the game is still moving forward and it's also getting more ready for that global release. Because once we're at the global release, we need to be experts at that pace, at that process of running the live game, balancing all those things the right way. And we get there by gradually building up our size of audience. So we started in Australia. It's been amazing. We've gotten incredible feedback. It's been able to make the game better. The next couple of countries that we're going to roll into are likely going to be in Europe and in South America. And what that will do is allow us to significantly increase the size of our audience, but still remain relatively manageable, because we're not going to go into the biggest countries. We're going to try and manage that size, see how we respond now that there's new tastes, new preferences, new player types. And then when we roll beyond that into our next set of countries, we're going to be looking for places in other parts of the world probably, but they will never be the biggest countries, because we want to save that scale until we feel like everything is working and validated the way we want it to be live, and we're ready to hit that go button globally. And when we're ready for that, you'll hear from us. So we have not announced a global release date yet. So if you've heard any rumors online, and there are some, don't believe anything you hear on the internet unless it comes from us. So stay tuned for that. More likely what we'll be talking about soon is rolling into some new countries, hopefully announcing that 35 million pre-registration milestone. But we're not there yet. We haven't announced anything there. We're still, charging forward and continuing to improve the game, stabilize the game, make it everything that you deserve and that all of our players around the world deserve, so we can get to global release. So it's a little bit about sort of the why we do our limited release the way we do it. I think we will also not always roll out to other countries, let's say, on both platforms at the same time. We may stagger that work. So iOS and Android might enter a country at a different time. And that's because the volume of work to do on the different platforms isn't the same. On Android, you just have a lot more devices to support, so much more like a PC ecosystem. That may mean that we roll out in some regions at a different time than others. But once we go to a global release, everything will be at parity. We'll be supporting our min spec. We'll be supporting all of our devices at the performance we expect. And there will be a level playing field across all the devices. Speaking of level playing field, it's also worth pointing out that there's no major advantage to players who are in a limited release versus players that aren't. As far as like the fairness and balance of the game, there's no systems or tuning or anything in the game that will carry forward that would imbalance the player base. Everyone will be at an equal footing. Now, what have we been doing during this time? What's the limited release bought us? Well, for one thing, we've been improving stability a lot. There's still work to do there for sure. We've been able to put a lot of effort into gameplay improvements, and a lot of that's based on your feedback and the folks who've been playing. And we've heard things like, we've been tuning even the animation system, which is shared from Modern Warfare 2 and Warzone 2.0. I mean, that's a pretty sophisticated system that's working on mobile, and we need to make sure that feels as good on mobile as it does on other platforms. We feel really good about that now. The players have told us about the enemy detection need improvement, and that's an area we've put a lot of focus to. So just as examples of tons of gameplay improvements throughout the limited release so far. Visual polish is another big part of it. So, improved textures throughout Verdansk, better lighting throughout Verdansk, just lots of polish all over the place. You'll see the UI continue to get polished. Adding Gunsmith was massive. So we added the ability to customize your weapons, change the attachments, all that stuff, save those weapons off. So that's a big part of the Call of Duty Warzone experience, and is something we're continuing to refine now based on your feedback. There's a couple areas that are kind of tried and true improvement areas for limited releases on any game. So like load times being one of them, the tutorials and onboarding. So we want to make it really easy for you to invite your friends, whoever they are, wherever their background in this genre, and get up to speed quickly and just be able to play with you and have a good time together. Now, as we look ahead, and we don't often talk about what's coming ahead, right? Because we change our minds. We have plans, and sometimes we get feedback from you, or sometimes we learn something by watching the data, or we learn something about how much easier or harder it was to get something to work the way we wanted to, and we change the order of which we do things. And so that means we might tell you about something, and then it actually doesn't come out till way later, and something else comes out beforehand. This is all for what we believe are good reasons, but it complicates announcing things ahead of time. But we are planning on doing obviously more devices, supporting more devices, supporting our min spec, improving thermals, improving stability, improving performance in general. There's a lot of things we're doing to improve gameplay as well, adding new modes, adding new challenges, continue to improve load times, of course, and continue to improve the flow and the UX of the game so that things just kind of flow together nicely. We have a roadmap of exciting new features to come that we're not going to talk about quite yet, but we have the things that we plan to do, the things that you're telling us about, and the things we're learning through other means, and we're always kind of like trying to balance those things, and that work continues. We're going to continue to give you updates on how things are going. Look forward to hopefully announcing some more countries rolling out soon. And yeah, just from everyone on the team, we're just really appreciative of your support along the way. Hope this was useful in just understanding how we're thinking about limited release. And we look forward to talking to you again in the future, and more importantly, playing with you when the global release. So thanks again, and we'll see you in Warzone Mobile.
So after watching this video, after seeing what developers have for us, are you guys still super hyped after hearing the words of Chris Prime himself? I would say I'm still super hyped. I can't wait to see what the future of Warzone Mobile will look like, and I hope they will prioritize on optimizing the game very well. Yeah, so what do you guys think about this? Let me know in the comment section. Drop a like if you find those useful, and subscribe for the latest gaming news and latest Warzone Mobile news. And we quite reach 100 subscribers on YouTube. I'm so grateful to you guys. I can't have gotten there without your help. I'm so grateful, guys, and I'll catch you guys in my next one. God bless you all. Stay safe. Peace.